got this power that people call God. There's many names for it. Allah, God, the creator, the most high. But the power exists. Some people, they don't like to admit that power exists, or they just don't believe it. They're atheists, you know what I mean? But me personally, I know there's a higher power, and you know, that power is real. That power is like, it's one force, right? It's one God force on this planet. And we are given free will to do what we want with that power. You could use that power for good, and then you could use that power for evil too. But there's only one power. You know, so when people say the God and the devil, nah, there's only one. But you could use that force for bad. That's what these people are playing with. They're playing with that energy that exists out here that we all have access to. Those people in those positions of power control and manipulate situations into their favor for their own agenda. Laws being changed, the FDA putting ingredients in certain foods for certain reasons. Mostly their agenda is population control, mind control. You're being manipulated. We're all being manipulated, you know what I'm saying? You learn that they infiltrate groups in key positions in those groups so they can control the decision making to move things, to move with their agenda, to control the mass popular opinion and to control the world.
It took me 33 years for me to see the truth. Ever so clear, I was too young, I couldn't articulate myself the right way, son.
If you really want to know about something and you study the origin of it, you get to the bottom of it, you get to the roots. You start seeing things that you didn't recognize before. Like, oh wow, this is kind of deep, son. This is some other shit. It's not what you thought it was. How the government started, how the religion started. Like, that's just interesting to me. And me and my mans, we used to go to the library in Brooklyn on Eastern Parkway, and we used to just study history books. And Behold the Pale Horse, that was one of the books. And Dr. Malachi York. We bumped across this book one day called The President's Bloodline. You know what I mean? And basically it showed how all the U.S. presidents was all related through marriage or cousins or bloodline, all the way back to the kings and queens of Europe. That's not a democracy, that's a secret society.
I was under the spell of King Guru and reserve notes. Religion and fashion, I used to be flashy.
Then you got some rappers, they talk about the shit and they don't even understand. Kanye West is Illuminati, Beyonce and Jay-Z is Illuminati. Like, dogs, what the fuck are you talking about? Then they try to say I said that shit. I seriously doubt that he's down with this elite group of people that run shit. Like come on, Jay-Z's a fucking crumb compared to these niggas. Like, you fuck how much money that nigga got. They want some real shit. That's how powerful these people are, dogs. You know what I'm saying? Even me, I was doing little bullshit too, buying mad diamonds and doing those dumb shit, promoting the wrong type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I snapped out of that shit and got myself together and refocused on what shit is supposed to be. Like, what are you trying to promote to the people? Like, what are you all about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your mission statement, dogs? What do you represent, like, for real? Well, that's one thing I think why a lot of people were saying Kanye West was down with the Masons and Illuminati. He was wearing a lot of that symbolism shit. So Kanye probably just thought the shirt was cool. Like, that doesn't mean he's a Mason and Illuminati. See, this is deeper than all that. When people start talking about all that shit really gets all stupid. They just want to hear the hot topic of the day. Oh, Kanye West is Mason. No, man, he throwing up the rock. That's the Illuminati symbol. Like, come on, dog, let's the fuck out of here. Get real, nigga. Get with the times, nigga. You know what I mean? Free your mind, dogs. Learn something, man. Learn something, man.
Fuck jury, fuck rims. Let's spend on our protection.
Get real, nigga. Get with the times, nigga. You know what I mean? Free your mind, dogs. Learn something, man. Learn something, man. Right now, I believe that hip-hop as a whole is saying that, you know, we could take the music and you know, just branch off into so many different things. Yeah. With the branding, which actually could be, you know, hip hop is like, you know, there's many elements to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the graffiti, the dances, the fashion, everything, the slang, the music. So I feel that hip hop as a whole right now is just showing the world like how big it is. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, in, you know, our little communities in the hood.
Exactly.
The whole world is influenced by it. We influence fashion, the entire world, the slang of the entire world, like, you know, just the whole culture of the world, period. So
True.
I think that's the space where it's in now. Like, it's really showing people the power You know what I mean? And how, you know, how far it can reach and how many different things it can get into, like, you know.
Money is worthless, real power is people. Real strength is in the street where everybody's equal.
If I had more power to do what I wanted to do, I would be doing a lot more, you know what I mean, to try to help certain people that I feel deserve that help, like, you know what I mean, or whatever I can do, like, you know, even just talking to people or, well, create opportunities, like, you know, find a new artist from the hood or from Queensbridge or, you know what I mean, just trying to, whatever I can do, you know what I mean, to assist somebody that's deserves it, that's somebody that's working hard towards it, you know what I mean? I try to do what I can do. But, you know, a lot of times, in my case, speaking for myself, you know, it's like I try to do a lot of things for people in the hood, and then it's like certain other people mess that up. Like, you know what I mean? And it causes me to just back off and be like, all right, you know what? I don't got time for this.
Get armor, get cameras, get with it, little nigga, this man shit. Real power is people, real strength is in the street where everybody's equal.
Let's say Mobb Deep made a lot of money.
Okay.
Right? And you're saying like Queensbridge is still like struggling.
Still
like,
is.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's not so much we can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, should we take all our money and buy everybody new refrigerators or like, you know, buy everybody, you know, buy backpacks full of school stuff for the kids? Like, yeah, we could do little stuff like that, things that we can do, but certain things is just like, it is what it is. We can't help everybody. Like,
The Pentagon on fire, that's lighting the pentagram on fire. All these bodies for what? So you can scare everybody in the one world.
their interest is not the community. Their interest is the music that they're selling. It's a business, like, you know what I mean? They're in the music business. They ain't in the community business. Fortunately, you know, music is art. And you don't have to go to school. You don't have to graduate and take a test. Like, you know, lawyer, you gotta go to law school. You gotta really take certain steps, or you're not gonna be a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Doctor, same thing. MBA, same thing. Like, you know, different fields, you actually have to work, study, get tested, go to school. Yeah, it's like, but art, anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's free. It's like free. It's freedom. Anybody can do the art. And I guess, you know, that's definitely a dilemma, because it's just so much. Everybody's trying to do it. I think a lot of people look at it as like the easy way out.
It's a hustle.
You know what I'm saying? So you get a lot of people that they don't want to work hard in life. Maybe they don't want to do this, so they like, all right, I'm gonna just rap. It's easy. He doing it. So and so doing it. Look at that corny song he made. He ain't saying no lyrics. I'm gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a problem, man. I hate that part about hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? That anybody can do it. That is because it's so saturated, and it's hard for the fans to find the good stuff and the mix of all the saturation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the problem that gets to me. Like, you know what I mean? But there's nothing you can do about it, because it's art. Being outspoken, like, you know, being outspoken with my opinions and all that, whether it be political stuff or you know, other rappers, just speaking my mind about, oh, I don't like this one, I don't like that one. Like, you know, it's you gotta be careful how you do it, because number one, let's talk about the rappers. Like, you could piss a lot of people off, and just for no reason. Like, you could have just avoided that. Like, you just making a mess. Like, to me, I feel like I made a big mess in my career. Like, you know what I mean? Even though it is what it is, I wouldn't take nothing back. Yeah. You know what I mean? It made me who I am today and what I am today. But at the same time, I feel that a lot of stuff I could have just kept to myself. You know what I mean? Just because it's just like nonsense. You know what I mean? We could avoid that wherever possible. You know, because a lot of stuff does have to be spoken on. You know what I'm saying? And you do have to be outspoken about a lot of things, but you got to choose your battles wisely. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's where, you know what I mean? I made a lot of mistakes in my life with that. You know what I mean? Because it was just a lot of nonsense. And as far as the artists in the game, to me, I started looking at it like, why am I beefing with my coworkers? I gotta work with these people. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do festivals, we gotta do shows, we gotta do this, that, and the third, and I gotta see these artists all the time. So why am I making it something out of nothing? Like, I'm just making a tense situation out of nothing. Everybody feels uncomfortable when we're around each other now, or somebody might feel like they gotta do something, or they homeboy wanna feel like they taking up for their man or whatever. Like, it's just unnecessary. And you know, I had to tone that down a lot. You know what I mean?
It's a secret. Government that worship an owl. They practice witchcraft to harness their power. Pedophiles rape little kids for energy. It's satanic rituals. WTC.
R.I.P. Choose your battles wisely. Like, I got more things that I need to be outspoken about. More important things that I need to be outspoken about than certain other things I might have been outspoken about in the past. Like, I'd rather be more outspoken about, like, you know, injustices in the world and like the political system and just certain things like that where it needs to be a voice for that. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody needs to hear your opinion about who better rapper. Nobody really cares about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's already a topic everybody talks about. We need to talk about this more. Like, you know what I mean? So I had to learn that and really like make adjustments in myself. This one is Illuminati, this one is doing this, he's always throwing up this symbol or whatever. But a lot of that is just fiction, man. It's just to confuse people even more from what's really going on. Like, there's really things going on behind the scenes. Like, that's very real. You know what I'm saying? There's no denying that. Like, look at the world that we live. Look what happened to our ancestors. Look, you think that happened for no reason? Nah, there's a system in place that they put in place to keep people under control. Look what they did to our people, dog. Like, that's the illest shit in the world, what they did to us. Like, you know what I mean? They brainwashed us and completely wiped out our history from the schools and from, that's a plan. They plan to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely real, but it's just not a lot of what people think it is. You know what I mean? What you were saying, like, when somebody like Obama wins, oh, he's Illuminati, or like when, you know, Jay-Z sell whatever the main records. Oh, because he's Illuminati. He got Beyonce. They down with the Illuminati. Like, a lot of that stuff is false information, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of truth to the politics side and the government side, but a lot of these artists, they have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? We actually in a home, a friend of mine, Cynthia. She does these immersive plays. I'm actually a part of one of them, and we're working on another one. But the original one that we worked on is called the Illuminati Ball, and we actually do it here in the house.
So we're in the Illuminati house?
Basically, yeah.
I want to take it all the way back to the beginning. 1995 was the first time I ever heard about the Illuminati. It was in the verse. You were on LL Cool J's I Shot Ya remix, and you said, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep their army.
I don't know if we all knew what you meant at the time. I know it started a trend where then every rapper started using Illuminati in their rhymes.
Yeah.
For you, when you first wrote that lyric, what was going on in your head? What was the message you were really trying to convey?
You know, I grew up in Long Island until I was like 12. And then I moved to Queens, I moved to Left Right. But in Long Island, they had the gods and the earths. You know, like the 5% Nation, the Nation of Islam. It's not the same thing, but affiliated in a way. It always like was intriguing to me because they was out there hustling and doing their thing, but at the same time, they had a lot of knowledge. I had a group of friends in school, and we were all interested in this information, and we were actually cut out of school to go to the library because we realized that school wasn't teaching us about the history of our culture and our people. I had bumped into some other books that these Muslim brothers used to sell on the streets. The author was Dr. Malachi Z. York. His books just opened my eyes even wider. Simple things like when you say amen after you pray, like where does that come from? Like the origin of the Bible, the origin of the Quran. And I came across the word Illuminati. I wanted to put what I was learning into the music, but I didn't want to turn the fans off. So I decided to like plant seeds. People not gonna understand what I'm talking about yet, but it's gonna make them curious.
About a year later, after this song comes out, Jay-Z drops his debut Reasonable Doubt, and on it he has a song called The Evils, produced by DJ Premier.
Right.
And they sample your line, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
God, I wonder, can you save me? I can't die.
And then from there, I mean, you name it. Everyone from Jay-Z to Kanye West, Drake, Meek Mill, Rick Ross, Kendrick Lamar. We're talking about Beyonce and Madonna has talked about the Illuminati in their lyrics.
Beyonce line was crazy too.
Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess.
Cause I'm like, is she taking a shot? Or is she doing what I did? Like, you know what I mean? Just like putting it in there. I don't know. It's interesting to see her even say that in a song.
What is the Illuminati? Like, if you could break down what it is that we're actually talking about when we say Illuminati.
It's a group that was formed like in the 1700s, something like that, 1600s. This dude named Adam Weishaupt. He started this group of people, like powerful, rich people that basically could shape popular opinion and the way, you know, the world is gonna move forward. The word means like the illuminated ones. Light is like information, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you see the light now. I found out the origin of the information that they were teaching. It basically comes from this group called the Essenes in Egypt. These are like the original black culture. They're like the scholars, doctors, scientists, esoteric thinkers, and they just knew how to do stuff. Like, for example, look at the pyramids. Nobody understands how the pyramids were built. These are the people that had that knowledge. The Eye of Horus, the pyramid, those are artifacts and things from black culture. They represent certain things of our people from ancient black history of Egypt. You know what I mean? Ancient Egypt. You got these group of people, they break into the tombs, they steal the riches, like the gold and the mummies, and they rape and pillage our culture. Here they got you thinking your own people and your own artifacts and your own symbolism is evil.
You know, it's funny, okay, we talked about this journey that started 20 years ago, even beyond that, because it goes back to when you were in high school and you were learning, but you first dropped the lyric 21 years ago. And you have a new album coming out where these themes start to come into play again. The Hegelian Dialectic is the name of the new album, the Hegelian Dialectic. Talk to me about this album.
It's basically like my magnum opus type of album. When I first dropped that seed, from that point on, I would keep dropping little seeds here and there, just building up to the point where we can have a full conversation about this. I didn't know when it was gonna happen. I didn't know what I was gonna call the project, but this has been planned since I was 19.
Definitely like a lot of information on this album and things that even on the surface, like, again, you know what I'm saying? I think people might approach No Religion and be like, oh, he used the Jay-Z sample.
Young niggas that blasphemy, no religion.
Young niggas that blasphemy, no religion.
And it's dope how it connects to the evils and connects to Illuminati.
Nah, that was like a straight shout out. Like, I love Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Even though we went through our little bullshit, whatever, that's...
Brotherhood of Elite Rappers.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Word.
But you know, it's a deeper meaning as well, so you use that as the icing on the cake of...
Right.
There's a whole thing under that of what
yeah.
you're trying to say. And I think throughout this album, man, but I definitely appreciate you for your time and the information and the clarity.
Shit, thank you, man, for even wanting to do this, like, you know?
Nah, of
people
course.
People need to know this story.
Yeah. That's right. Live from the belly. They got me behind the fence. I run shit from the inside. The fucking president of the infamous gang. Get away from my stank. I got that icky, cotton picky shit that had you days. I'm a quadruple OG, a old soul. Call me the reincarnation of the pharaoh with an OE. In a barrel full of hot lead, shoot a pothead. Talking that shit about hip-hop dead. Now it's live from behind the gate. Permanent smiley face. Any nigga stunning on the guard, now you out of place. I beat a lot of cases, had to take a L. I see you in the hot set, yep, hold it down. Money is worthless, real power is people. Real strength is in the street where everybody's equal. Everybody's live from behind the wall, sitting staring at the wall. I'm fit to pop out this bitch like a newborn. I'm fit to cut out all the smoking and the drinking, the wine and the spirits. It's evil when you think it, baby, so I'm telling the truth. You live it, then you see it. You breathe it, then you bid. I tell you a little secret, it's a secret. Fuck jury. Fuck rims, let's spend on our protection. Get armor, get cameras, get with it, little nigga, this man shit. Real power is people, real strength is in the street where everybody's equal.